Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Carol J. Dunlop, your online wild strategist and four-time best-selling author. And this is Monday, Authority Creators Morning Brew, coming to you every Monday morning, usually at 9, but I'm a little late today because I was wrapping up some stuff. But I hope you're doing well and you're ready for this week's inspiration, motivation to get you moving and going and all of that. I've got something good for you, and I don't believe, nope, I did not create this banner for the ticker that goes across for the challenge. So let me do that real quick. Uh, Sorry, this was part of the stuff that I needed to do, but did not do. Luckily, it's easy. Okay, so I added the banner so I can bring that up. All right, so first, what I'm talking about is the Take Action August Challenge. Take Action August Challenge starts on August 16th and runs through the end of the month. What we're going to do is teach you how to, it's not the one I wanted, how to get more clients, make more money, and increase your authority. It's absolutely free. It's going to run for 2 weeks. And I will be giving you prompts every day in the morning of what you need to do. And you just connect with me on my Facebook page, see it at CSI Corporation's Facebook page, rather, and just let me know you did it. And what do you get out of it? More clients, more money, more authority. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that after we get finished with this, because today, being able to use criticism to make your business better is one of the things that I do a lot. But nobody likes to be criticized in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. So I've got 5 ways. I love the 5 way stuff. It's easy, it's quick, and you can understand it. So I've got 5 ways to tell you to show you how you can get through it so that it actually does help you. So let's start off by saying that critiques are scary. Anytime that you ask someone, hey, can you critique my work? Can you look over my stuff? Can you tell me your thoughts? It's scary. And sometimes people, a lot of times, I would have to say, people offer you critiques and you didn't even ask for it. And that can be even more scarier because you're like, I didn't even ask you to do this stuff. Why are you telling me this? Why do I need to know this? And the basic reason for people to offer critiques to your criticism is that they want to help you get better. Something touched them in their soul, in their mind, in their spirit, whatever you say, something touched them to reach out to you. And a lot of times I'd have to say that that's the Holy Spirit, even if that person is not really, they don't really identify as a Christian or whatever. I think the Holy Spirit is using them to make, to get to you, to get you to make your business better, to make yourself and your business better. So I did that recently. I mean, I do it a lot, but I did that recently because I'm creating, the Unmarketing Academy is getting ready to launch, and I'm finishing up the final touches on the sales page. And I did the whole sales page, wrote it all out. I was totally spent. Oh my God, it's a lot. It's a lot to be able to include whatever you're trying to, what is this thing? Which way is it going? To include what you need to include on the sales page so that if someone has questions, the sales page will answer it, most of the questions, 95% of the questions. And if they have one more or something, they can always connect with you. But you want to make sure that your sales page is a standalone thing, platform, system, or whatever, so that whatever you're trying to sell, whether it's tickets or entry into a program, a course, your coaching stuff, maybe it's some widget, whatever you're trying to sell, the sales page answers all the questions that the person could possibly have about it, and it resonates with them because you know that they're the audience you should be appealing to so that they can say yes. So that's what a sales page is all about. So sometimes people will, especially fellow whatever you are, if you're a marketer, fellow marketers want to help you out. If you're a doctor, a lawyer, any kind of other service provider, web designer, social media specialist, whatever, people who are in the same vein as you want to help you out. Not and it's better to help you out rather than saying, oh, they're just a competitor, they're sucking right now, so I'll just walk on top of them. Most people aren't like that. They want you to be the best you can, to do the best you can, so they're always willing to kind of offer their advice to you. Sometimes it's unwarranted, sometimes it's warranted, and it all depends. And a lot of people that offer me advice and criticism, they're like, I'm just going to give it to you straight. And I do welcome that. I guess I put that vibe out that I want that because I want myself to be great and awesome and do what it says it's going to do. I mean, I know on the back end of creating all this that it's going to do what it says that it's going to do. But you coming to meet me for the first time or not uh, experience any experience anything with me, you just found me on the web order. How do you know that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do? How do you know that I'm being for real and being authentic and being truthful? It's all about the way you position yourself, what you do, how you do it, how you explain it, how you come across. And that's where the criticism and the critiques come in. Excuse me. So if you don't have somebody who you can really reach out to and say, hey, can you look at this? Can you whatever? Or if you're trying to do it within your family and say, hey, what do you think about this? Guess what they're going to come back and say? Oh, this is totally awesome. You're totally awesome. It's great. It's wonderful. That is not helping you one bit. Just for someone to tell, oh, this is perfect. This is amazing. It's not helping you. There are some issues with whatever you're doing, and you got to know what they are. On the other hand, when you reach out, or even if you don't reach out, you got to know how to handle critiques and criticism, or they're not going to help you. You are definitely the best thing since sliced bread. I know you are because you're following me. And of course, I think and I know that I am the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to marketing strategies. But it may not be true. Oh my God. It may not be true. You may be missing some little piece that you did not get across to somebody in some kind of way. And for that simple one little piece reason, whatever you put out there is not selling. Your courses, your programs, your services, whatever, it's not selling. So why is it not selling? Because you have not done the work that you need to do to get the feedback and the information to get the clients and the money that you need to do. So that's why I'm doing all this. Sorry for the lengthy explanation, but it's kind of needed, especially with what we're talking about. All right, so number one, this is number one thing you do when you get a critique, and this goes for critiques and criticism whether you have asked for them or not. The one thing you need to do is detach your personal feelings. Unless somebody has it in for you, they're out to get you, they hate you, they want to see your business burn in hell or something like that. it's not about it's not about being personal, it's about business. And we all, especially us women, have to look at things so that we're not taking this stuff personal, right? We know that people are out there that want to help us and that will help us. All we have to do is reach out and say it. And sometimes because they're on our list or they follow us, they subscribe, whatever, they feel that they can say these things, good things, critiquing, criticism that we can use to make our businesses better. So basically, the number one thing you got to do is detach your personal feelings. Even if you have personal feelings while you're reading the thing, or you're watching the video, or you're listening to someone say something, zip it and zip your brain and don't think about the personal stuff. Just listen. The second thing is to consider the source. Like I said, if it's a family, friend, someone other than your ideal perfect client, their reactions, what they say are going to be a little bit tainted because they like you. They're a part of your family or they're your loved one, your spouse, or whatever. My husband doesn't hold back. He tells me whatever he needs to tell me, how he feels and all that. It doesn't matter that he's my husband. He has my best interests at heart. And that's where I learned to detach my personal feelings from it and know that it's all about business. But when you're talking with a person who is in your family or is a best friend and they're not necessarily your ideal perfect client or potential client, it's going to come across a little bit different. So consider the source. Now, if it's someone who doesn't even have anything to do with what you do, You might consider the source as well. Maybe they don't understand what you're talking about. And that could be a criticism right there. I don't understand what you're wanting me to do. That doesn't that doesn't have to be your ideal perfect client. They could be anybody. They read the page or they look over something or they listen to something like, I don't understand. And take that for truth. If they don't understand, what have you not done to explain it to them? What have you not done to make it clear to them exactly what you're talking about, what you want them to do, how much it costs, how long it's going to take, and all of that? You have to be clear with that if you want somebody to fork over their money, even if it's free, it's not even money. It's just their email and their name. So consider the source. Number three, I want you to read it, watch it, listen to it, whatever you got to do, whatever, however the criticism or critique is coming to you the first time digest it, consume it. And I just mean, either listen or watch or read. And then I want you to walk away from it. Walk away from the person. You may ask questions, especially if they're talking to you, you can ask questions, but I want you to take it in and then I want you to walk away. I want you to leave it there on the table, leave it wherever it is, and don't think about it anymore until you can disconnect your personal feelings from what that person just told you, said to you, wrote to you, whatever. Think about it a bit because the thing for us is when someone gives us criticism, our knee jerk reaction is to boom, come back at them right away and say, but I was, or you don't understand. That none of that matters. You have to process, and I'm a processing person. I have to process something and I have to take my personal feelings out and I have to come back, like not even strategically, just thinking about it. So you can't think when it's just fresh in your brain. You got to let it settle down a little bit. All right, number four, once you've settled down, once you process your personal feelings, got them out of the way, you can look at it from a business standpoint. I want you to return to whatever it was. Now, if it was somebody talking, you may have to take notes from what they said, leave it alone, come back. If it was something you read or something you're watching or something you're listening to, it's going to be easier to just turn that off, leave it alone, and then go back and then take some notes. And the notes that you're going to take are kind of a signal to you, is this thing on point, what they're saying? Or is it totally off base? And how did they get to this reaction? That's what you're thinking about. Is it on point? Is it totally off base? How did they get to this reaction? If they're saying, I don't quite understand something, go back to the point where they're saying they don't understand and see how you can clear that up. Does it need to be cleared up? Is this person a potential client who could basically come into your business, pay you money or whatever? And if they're not understanding something, if that one person doesn't understand something and they're a potential client, others are not going to understand. If they don't understand something and they're not a potential client, it means that you still need to clear that up. And what if they're telling you, I need more examples for this? Or put in some examples. See what the examples are that you could put in there. And then number five, you need to decide what works and implement it. It's just like when my husband and I got married and we went to counseling, and the preacher that we were counseling with, he was the head of our church at the time, he said everyone comes into a marriage with a full set of values and ideas and information and experiences. The key to making a marriage work, and you'll see how this goes, the key to making a marriage work is for you to take your experience, your spouse's experience, and blend them together. It's not like this or that. It's blending them together for the best marriage possible. And my husband and I were able to do that. It was a foreign concept when we heard it. It's like, that's kind of different. But it could be as simple as, and my husband and I didn't have to deal with this, but I know some people did. Like a wife could bring in a tradition of opening Christmas presents Christmas morning early, like as soon as you get up. A husband could bring in to the marriage, they open Christmas presents the day before, and then they have the whole day to just be with family and stuff. That's two, like opposing views of something, whether I open it in the morning on Christmas Day or whether I open it on Christmas Eve, the day before, and deal with that. So that wasn't a big deal to us because basically we don't celebrate a whole lot of holidays anyway, so that wasn't a thing. But we were able to meld together and decide what we wanted to do. And just so you know, we just decided to open them on Christmas morning, which was really cool. But it was like once we get up and everybody gets around. So you see how we did that. So if your critiquer or the person who's giving you the criticism is saying you need to do A, B, C, D, E, and you already thought, well, I just need to do A, B, and C. What about D and E? Do I incorporate them? Do I forget about them? Or maybe I rework the whole thing so it doesn't look like A, B, C, D, E, but it encompasses everything that is needed in that point. So I hope you understand that. I hope that helps you when you're talking about criticism and critiquing and being able to take it, digest it, kind of regurgitate it in your own way, and then apply it, implement it, and make the most beautiful, awesome thingy it is that you can make, whether it's your course, your program, your service that you're selling. Because that's what I'm doing. Because I put my Unmarketing Academy sales page out there. I'm a member of the Membership Academy, where we can actually use the community to help us. And there are other people in there who have, made these academies, they've launched them, made lots of money. The people inside have gotten incredible results. And those are the people that I want to learn from. What am I not doing that I need to do to get to the point where you are? Or how can I make what I have as great as something that you're doing? But this is my own individual thing. I'm not making it like yours. I'm making my own thing. So how can I make it better? And that's what you want to do. How can you make your business the best ever? Not your business as a copy of Sally, Jane, or Joe's business, but your own business. How can you make it better? Maybe Sally, Jane, and Joe have these things that they do. You do a couple of them, but you don't do all of them. And you find a way to integrate what they're doing, what you want to do into something that's beautiful and opens up like a little lotus leaf. And you're like, oh, this is awesome and wonderful. So that's what I want from you. And I'm sure that's what you want for yourself. So think about the next time you get some criticism or or ask for a critique, do these 5 steps. Detach. Number one, detach from your personal feelings. Number two, consider the source. Number three, just go through the criticism, whatever it is, go over it, listen to it, read it, watch it, whatever. And then I want you to step away and process it. And then number four, return, take notes, see how you can integrate what it is you need to integrate. And then number five, decide what works and implement it. And remember, even if you decide what works and implement, it doesn't mean that that's the end game, that that's the end of it. You will always be doing other iterations, and you may need other people to help you. And you may need to go back to those same people and say, okay, I redid this. What do you think of it now? Because that's what I'm waiting to do, to redo the sales page with the information that I've recreated, learned about, listened to, and really meditated on, and now put this out there as the greatest thing ever. I want to tell you something that awesome that happened right after I got a long critique from this lady, and it was totally on point. Love the stuff she was talking about. I was like, yes, I need to do some of that, and especially about headlines. I'm the headline person, right? But what is it about our own stuff that we can't get right? We can tell anybody how to work their business, how to do what they need to do. But when it comes to us, we like lose sight of what we need to do. That's why I like to get critiques and criticism and other people to look at it, because I have blind spots when it comes to my stuff and I know it. I can help you with yours. I can help you to do whatever you need to do when it comes to my own stuff. And that's how we are. So she was telling me about the headline thing. And I'm like, dang it, why did I think of that? Why did I think of doing that? So I did, and I, redid it a little bit, and it seems like something. It really helped me to focus and go down a path that I really wanted. It gave me the impetus and the theme of more of what I want the Unmarketing Academy to be. Not just this great place where you can get all these strategies, but it's a place where you can get affordable marketing strategies. And I knew that, but I didn't bring it forth. So that's what the critique and the criticism helped me with. I hope that you can learn those same things or similar or better things from your critiques and criticism. Don't be afraid. Put the stuff out there. Ask people, like I said, consider the source and make sure they're either your potential client or even your clients. What do you think about this? Look it over and give me your thoughts, because they can give you thoughts that you may never have considered at all, and it will be awesome. So thanks for viewing today. Join me next week at 9 a.m. for Authority Creators Morning Brew, where I'm teaching you all about how to be the authority in your niche or industry and all these things that matter. So I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Oh, I forgot. I was going to put that banner up there. I made it while we were talking, and I almost doggone forgot. So take action. Join the Take Action August Challenge. Go to csicorporation.com forward slash TAA. And it starts on August 16th. It runs through the end of the month. And what we're doing is I'm going to give you daily prompts each day, some things that you need to do in your business to market it successfully. It's free. The challenge is simple and easy. You just do them. You come back to the Facebook page and you say, hey, I did it. Boom. Because more than just saying you did it, is taking action on what you've done, and the proof is in the clients, and the more clients and more money and more authority that you're going to get from doing these things. So join the challenge, join the Take Action August Challenge. Go to csicorporation.com. Make sure I spelled that right. Forward slash TAA. Okay. All right. Talk later. Now I'm actually going. Bye for now.